Folks, I want to talk about Deontay Wilder. Some reasons that he may have not signed, that he didn't sign, that some reasons that may be responsible for him not signing with the Zone. Okay. Now this is hypothetical. I am a big Deontay Wilder fan, and like I said before, I do roll with the LDBC. As a matter of fact, I joined them on their web page. I don't know if they know it or not. Nobody really seems to know who I am yet on YouTube, but a video ago, my video that broke up into like 3 parts. One part I accidentally cut it off because I forgot what the fuck I was talking about, and the other one because my phone had cut off as I was recording. But it was about a supposed Al Haymon contract, and it was about how it was relating to what Barry Hearn said when he said all of us guys were like slave traders with our fighters and the contracts. And this contract that was supposedly from Al Haymon specified that the boxer, under what the advisor, supposedly, Al Heyman's like I said, advisor. And the contract said that the boxer, any money he made, any endorsements he got, anything relating to boxing, his boxing, all and everything, he had to pay a fee to the advisor, Al Haymon. If this is true, also, that contract stated that he would not be able to that the fighter would not be able to negotiate with any promoter, any other whatever, advisor, promoter, to fight, to sign a contract with any other promoter or advisor to fight any other boxer, and that they would have to fight the boxers that the advisor wanted them to fight. Now, if this is true, that could be the reason why Deontay Wilder did not sign with the Zone in a $120 million deal. It could also be the reason why so many Al Haymon fighters, when approached by the Zone and offering staggering amount of money, turns it down. Everybody say, it's because it's so low to Al. Well, if this contract that's supposed to be Al Haymon contract is for real, then I wager to bet that the reason they're not signing with the Zone is because their contract with Al Haymon has them all bound up, and they can't sign with the Zone. Now, I'm not saying this is the reason that Deontay Wilder didn't sign with the Zone, because I don't even know if that is an Al Haymon contract. But I'll bet, since I heard it from the horse's mouth, Barry Hearn, when he said us promoters were like slave traders, because they had contracts that bound their fighters up so deep, it was like they were enslaved to these promoters. And Al Haymon calls himself an advisor, but that's really he's a promoter. If you look at Tank Davis, the Zone offered him $5 million. He's like 135 pounds. Those guys don't make that kind of money. He turned it down. And that may be why Ortiz turned down the money to fight Anthony Joshua. Because it could be that Al Haymon is not going to let Eddie Hearn get his shit off here in America. Because Eddie Hearn came so arrogant So Al Haymon is like whooping him, spanking him for doing that. And that could be why Ortiz turned down the fight with Anthony Joshua. And it could be not why now Wilder is turning down a fight with Eddie Hearn, with Anthony Joshua. Even if they offer 50-50. But I think the reason Wilder did that was because Eddie Hearn had said to Wilder not too long ago, okay, we'll give you 50-50, but in return fight, it'll still be 50-50 or something like that. No. He said he'd give him 60-40 for the first fight. And if he won, even if he won in the return fight, it would still be something like 60-40 in Joshua's behalf. Now, I think again that Eddie Hearn said that so that Joshua would not have to fight Wilder, because he knew that that kind of stuff wouldn't fly with Americans. The way we do it in America, you can have 60-40 if you the A side in the first fight. But if we beat you, it's going to swing the other way, 60-40 the other way. That I now get the 60 and you get the 40 because I beat you. Then I think he offered 50-50 for the first fight, but still kept that clause. 50-50 for the first fight, and even if I win, it's 50-50 for the second fight. No. Here in America, if I win, it's no longer 50-50. See, because two champs went into the ring in the first fight. That's why it's 50-50. But only one emerges from the first fight. In the second fight, it's a champ against a number one contender. So the 50-50 is out the door. Then it becomes 60-40, 60 being me, because I whooped you in the first fight. And you get 40, because now you're the contender. So I think that might be a reason that Deontay Wilder is not fighting Anthony Joshua. But also, seeing how a lot of Haymon's fighters are turning down the zone contracts to fight the zone fighters. It also, and if that contract, what it says is real, and if it is an Al Haymon contract, then those guys, Al Haymon's guys, could not enter into negotiations with the zone on their own anyway, no matter what the zone offered. So that seems like more of a reason to me, than all this supposed what Deontay Wilder said about. I think he said he asked certain questions and Skipper couldn't answer them. And to him, that was bad business, And then Skipper had to apologize to him later on because he didn't have the answers to certain things. But someone said that Skipper did that happen and not having answers because he figured if he offered Deontay $120 million to sign with the zone, and then in the end he would get the fight with Joshua. I think he felt that would be enough for Deontay Wilder to sign, and he wouldn't have to answer all kind of questions. Now, do I think Deontay Wilder did the right thing? I don't know. Only time will tell. Maybe Al Haymon and Shelley Finkel talked him out of it because they told him that a potential fight with Anthony Joshua would net about $150 million. And that if he took $50 million, because the zone on part of his $120 million deal was $50 million for a Joshua fight, and that the zone would pay him $50 million in the end, and he would get in the end of 2 or 3 fights that he had to sign to give the zone in the last fight, culminating in a Joshua fight. But the zone is not contracted with Joshua, and I think that Wilder didn't think that Joshua would fight him in the end. That could be part of it, why he didn't sign with the zone. And maybe Shelly Finkel and Al Haymon just talked him out of it and made him think that the zone was shady, or that they really couldn't pay him all that because they were going to be bankrupt soon. But I think Deontay Wilder, I think it's two. I think it could be that contract that prohibits him from signing with the zone. And it could be that he is betting that in a pay-per-view, he will probably get more money than the $50 million in a Joshua fight. So I don't know, folks. Let me know what you think. If you like this video, press the like button and subscribe if you like my page. Thank you.